So let's review the steps for solving equations. So our objective today is still what we've been working on, solving equations where we have variables on each side. So the first step is to get rid of grouping symbols. The second step is to combine like terms. Third step is variables on each side. And then fourth step is constants together. And then the last step is to always divide or multiply. Now remember, as far as these steps go, you don't always have to do them in this order. But if you follow this process, it's in the long run going to save you fewer steps. So let's take a look at this example. So do we have grouping symbols? And the answer is yes, we do. So we need to get rid of the grouping symbols. And to do that, we're going to distribute. And again, if you look, the operation to get rid of these, so when we've got two things side by side with no operation between them, then that's multiplication. Now you might say, well, Miss Greene, what am I going to distribute? There's nothing in front of the parentheses, but there actually is. Remember, that's a 1 in front of that. But because it's a negative -1. So I'm going to distribute the -1 to everything inside the parentheses. So when I do, I'm going to have 2x minus 10, and then that becomes minus 7x. And then I'm going to write down what I have over here. So parentheses are gone. So now the second step is to combine like terms. Now remember, you want to take it one side at a time, because right now we've got two separate expressions. So if I look, -64 plus 4x, can I put those together? And the answer is no, they are not like terms. So I'm going to keep that side the same. But on this other side, I have this 2x and this negative 7x that I can put together. So when I combine them, 2x and negative 7x becomes negative 5x. So now I have negative 5x minus 10. And so now I have got rid of parentheses. I've put like terms together. So now the third step is variables on the same side. So I've got this 4x over here, and I've got this negative 5x, and I need to get them on the same side. So at this point, I'm going to draw this line, because now I'm going to start crossing the bridge. Anytime I cross that bridge, I always have to do the opposite. So I want to go ahead now and move the negative 5x over here. I could move the 4x with the negative 5x. It really doesn't matter. So I'm going to add 5x to 4x. Going to bring down the negative 64. This becomes plus 9x. Cancels out here. Bring down the negative 10. So now I have negative 64 plus 9x equals negative 10. So now variables are on the same side, so now constants together. Remember, a constant is a number without a variable. So do I have constants on either side? And the answer is yes, negative 64 and negative 10, and I need to get them on the same side. I want to move the negative 64 over here, because I always have to have something on each side of that line or each side of the equals in order to be able to solve it. So I'm going to add the 64 to the negative 10. Cancels out. Bring down my 9x. So now I have 9x is equal to, so negative 10 and 64 become 54. So 9x equals 54. So last step, divide or multiply. So I'm going to undo multiplication by division. Or you can always say 9 times what is 54. So I'm going to divide both sides by 9. Sorry, I was looking over something and, anyways, I'm going to divide both sides by 9, and so x is equal to positive 6. I'm done. X is by itself. I know the value of x, and you can always go back and plug in to check.